Hello, and welcome back to the Message from Deep Space. I'm Alex Rose, aka Safety Dad, and this is episode 14. So, last time that we were here, we had a bunch of long messages for about sphere definitions, and Bautista has taken a break to make something interesting for us. So, I accidentally clicked through the dialogue when I opened up, and I'm gonna just read back through it now. Um, all right, so Dr. Akers. All right, we're back. Good morning, everyone. So what's this update, Bautista? I've been curious about it all night. Visual window. If a message contains cluster with sphere ats, this window will draw the sphere ats as described in 3D space. It is my best interpretation of repeat sphere. Oh, hold on. This is amazing. You can control the zoom and the rotation of the cluster with the scroll bars. Bautista, it's unbelievable that you did this overnight. My research has often focused on graphics programming. It is unfair to say I did this entirely overnight. Aw, look, he's being humble. Humility doesn't hurt, Akers. Um, and I think we have one more after that. That was a... We already had Bongo Theory. But let's take a look at the visualizer. So, we got this thing here, and so we are on transmission 203, and you can see all of these spherettes, and it is charting these different spheres as they're described in 3D space. So we understand the first three here. So this -500, that is a position at x -5, and then y00. So if I don't know how we can find this first one, so that's 7. Should be one of these grid aligned ones. Yeah, so see this sphere at 1, we orientate it right. We can consider this to be -5, and then the next one will be at 500, so that is the opposite side. Ah, right, okay, so here's negative, and then here's 5. Now, we can see that these make a very recognizable as a pattern like distribution. It's obvious that these are being intended to be understood as relative positions to each other, not just like randomly positioned things. Now, what I want to see is, can we look at previous? Yes, we can. Okay, so this would be the transmission that we just got, which defined 7 spheres and had us fill in the 8th one, if I'm remembering correctly. How far back are we able to visualize? So this one is just like an icosahedron pointed out with the spheres. I think we described that at the time as a cube, which I guess it fits. Okay, so that's the oldest cluster that we've got. Now that we're able to transmit visual data and receive visual data, I wonder how long it will take the aliens to expect us to be able to do this, to understand the value and importance of relative positioning. Because this question is just, what is the number of circles? Which we can do easier now that we can see them, but we could also just have counted this number of spherettes, which might be what I do because that might be easier. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. So I see 24. That's what we're going to tell them. Okay, not quite. I'm just going to assume that I was off by like 1. Nope. Okay. Then let's count what's actually here. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And then do we have something similar in the center? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So 24 feels right. But we've told them that we understand the concept of a circle. This might be what I was just theorizing, that they will need a question that illustrates that we actually understand the arrangement of these points. So in this case, we can see that there is a great circle here and a perpendicularly aligned circumscribed circle here. So there are two circles. And they gave us those sphere positions in a random order. So that makes sense. Another cluster. It's your interpretation, Dr. Rose. You'll be the eyes, we'll be the ears. Alan, there's no sound. Oh, well, we'll be here to help you respond to the transmissions. Okay, so now we have two lines being drawn. So var 0 equals set number, or var 0 equals shape, or var 0 equals group number. So I'm assuming it wants us to say what var 0 is, and then var 1 equals the var 0 count. So var 0 equals this cluster, and we don't have the option as a cluster, so we've previously used group numbers to define lines. So if this turns out to be defining a group number, I'm going to assume that we should actually change group number to line. So this is going to be group number, and then there are two of them. No, okay. So no, not quite. Now, if var 0 equals this cluster, and this cluster illustrates these two lines. Now, are these ordered? Because 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, yes. 7, 6, 8, 9. So these are roughly not ordered. Does it want them? Oh, the formatting probably matters. Because we want the thing that's equivalent to those two. Yes, then we should change our word from group number to line. What is the fifth parameter described in each sphere at? I don't know, Collins. I'm glad you're asking, because what I was saying earlier is that these first three numbers define the position in 3D space. So x equals 0, y equals 0, z equals negative 13. And then 24 we know defines the volume. But then 23? I don't know. 23 and 44? Whoa. What the? Is this their solar system? Why do we have such a big circle here? Oh, wait, they're talking about themselves. Sphere at... Okay, so if we assume that this is their sun, and this would be uninhabitable. So they're here. So they're this second sphere. But right, Dr. Collins, what were you saying about this fifth parameter? Well, it's the position between 0 and 100. Well, correct, but what does pos 0, 100 mean? I have little confidence in our definition thus far. What's that supposed to mean? You throw in a quick jab at Dr. Rose? Oh, Dr. Collins is a fair point. I don't mean any offense with Dr. Rose, none taken. We simply have little on which to base our understanding. I agree. That's what I thought. The first three values are x, y, and z, and the fourth is area. Could pause 0, 100 mean rotation? No, spheres are rotationally symmetrical. Rotating a sphere would make no sense. Then what could it mean? I don't know. Maybe it's an ID for the sphere to like group them in some way. So I'm gonna go to my dictionary. I'm gonna change group number to line, but I think I'm gonna keep the number. How does this fit with our compatriots' definitions? Line, LS, line segment. Yeah, that makes sense. Line segment is probably the most accurate, but I am okay to just say a line without getting semantically accurate. Okay, so I think that they are defining this sphere as their home planet because they're saying sphere at this location equals aliens. And I think that it might want the whole thing. So we can say 008 444. No signal change. Okay, always try wrapping it in parentheses. No, parentheses didn't help. We could try just the position. No dice. So we only have 3 spirats, so this could be not a logical induction test, but rather just a they're trying to tell us something. And well, no, because then they wouldn't have phrased it as a question. I guess yeah, they wouldn't have phrased it as a question. Let's try the first sphere. So 0, 0, -13, 24, 23. It could be that this is their planet and these are the moons. Nope. 0, 0, -13, 24, 23. 0, 0, -13, 24, 23. Well, doesn't seem like it's that, unless we're supposed to have a comma at the end here, which made me a little annoyed. No. Let's try including that end comma here on the last sphere. Well, no, it doesn't include this comma here. That leaves just the middle sphere. So 0, 0, -0.5, 1, 10. 0, 0, -0.5, 1, 10. And if that works, that means that they're on this little rock here. No. We've tried all 3 of the spheres now. So the sphere at what equals aliens? I guess we could indicate the number. Sphere at 2. This one. No. Sphere at 1. Yes. Okay. So we can refer to the sphere by the position which it was announced, which is useful. That's probably easier than typing the thing out every time. But I want to go back and look at this. So that means that they are here. Which, what is that relative to? I mean, it's very exciting. But what does it mean? Okay. So they have drawn out something else. a set of 4 spheres encroaching on this larger sphere. And there's a small one here, and then a big one, and then 2 medium-sized ones on the top and bottom that are asymmetrically sized. Okay, so they're telling us that collection 0, which consists of sphere 0, and collection 1 is sphere 1 and 2, so that's these two, and collection 3 is, I'm assuming, 3 and 4, the remaining 2 spheres. So sphere at 3, sphere at 4. So these are grouped, but to what end? What is this? What is this? Why are there so many circles here? Is this like a diagram of their spaceship? Wait, yeah, this is a dish. This is a satellite dish. This is a smaller satellite dish. Is this the receiving ship? This is the meteorite. I think. Yes, okay. Yeah, they've drawn a picture of the meteorite. That was very quick. That went by very, very fast. Okay, wait. Doppler, it's unusual for you to call us in for a meeting so early in the week. I'm seeing those glowy lights that gives me a hint why. There's something for that 4 of you must see. Look at the meteor. Those orbs protruding from the muscular strut. They're glowing. Their color is changing. Red, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet. The rainbow. Then it turns off for a beat. What if they're not off? What if that is light outside of our visible spectrum? This landed 4.5 months. This landed 4.5 months ago. Why now? I was hoping you 4 would know. Did anything happen recently? We just cleared a cluster transmission, but nothing unusual. Any odd frequencies, Bautista? What are you talking about? Nothing unusual. They're describing the meteor to us. I think I can see his gears turning. No, it will not work. What is it, Bautista? Our displays will not suffice. Only a single phosphor layer. I think he's mumbling about the computer screens. An electron gun fires at a layer of phosphor behind the glass. The electrons excite the phosphor so it emits light. That tracks from my understanding, except there are 3 layers of phosphor. No, just 1. That is the problem. No, there's 3. No, 1. What's going on, Carrie? I'm not sure myself, Alan. There are 3 layers of phosphor, 1 for each color channel. Correct, if these were color displays. I feel like Mom and Dad are fighting, Gary. Dr. Rose, do you follow? Yeah, I think Bautista is saying he thinks the computer can only display in 1 color, and Doppler is telling him the computer can actually display in 3 colors. Which I think is true, because the illumination for the spheres is yellow, which is not green. Yeah, color displays have 3 layers of phosphor. The electron beam fires the red layer, the green layer, and the blue layer. That comes together and makes a full color image. If only these were color displays. These are color displays. What? These are 3-channel color displays. Red, blue, green. What? You didn't know this? I thought I communicated this. This whole time. How did you not know? Did I not tell you? Doppler, I'm pretty sure you told us. This whole time? Carrie, I don't think I've ever seen Dr. Bautista like this. What's he doing? The pause 000. I think he's sad, Alan. Oh, Bautista, it's okay. We could have had color displays this whole time. I was only using the green channel. I figured the green was a stylistic choice and that you were busy programming those other menus. Ah, jeez, I got a fancy custom computer set up, real cutting edge stuff. And I failed to inform the computer programmer. I take full responsibility. I am sorry, Dr. Bautista. It is okay. I program now. Bautista, you should head home with the rest of us and get some sleep. Be nice and fresh tomorrow. Alan, hold on. I think we should let him. I think he needs this. Just a moment. What makes you think of color displays now? The meteor orbs are the color gamut for the cluster. Pause 0, 100 is a sphere at color. So that would make sense as an indicator. I'll go fetch the system architecture diagram right away. We'll reconvene soon. Good plan. I go work now. Okay, wait. I wonder... Alright. So that's the end of week 14. And we had 5 transmissions. So this is going to be a very short episode. But this is our first time having color displays. We were eased into it, but I bet next time we're going to get hit with a real doozy. Alan's journal. Status relief. Clocking out early today while Bautista works on the color displays. This would be pretty cool come morning, but man, it's nice to get home a little earlier. Sometimes I lose track of how hard I'm working, and an unexpected break comes like a cool breeze. Bautista's log. Color displays. Unbelievable. Dear Diary, I thought about staying late with Bautista just to keep him company while he works on the color visuals, but I realize I'll likely just get in his way. He needs to get in a groove with this one, and I think he needs to see through as soon as possible. I feel bad for Dr. Bautista. Man, I let him down. If Bautista didn't know that they were color displays, how do you make those spheres orange? I see purple. Okay. It's a short episode, but we've had quite a few long ones in a row. If you enjoyed, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.